Okay, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we'd like to introduce our guest here. Could you please give a massive round of applause for Mr. Spencer Wilding?
Watch out, those chairs are dodgy. Yeah, watch out, yeah.
It's the dodgy chairs. Hi guys, how you doing? Having a great day? Woo! You are out there, aren't you? Yeah, great.
Hey guys, well, I mean, initially Spencer caught my attention because I've been a lifelong sort of Guardians of the Galaxy fan. Now, I'm talking originally it was the original Guardians of the Galaxy. If anybody here is old enough to remember sort of...
The Van Sastro years.
Van
the 1960s, 1970s, yeah, which has been recently been relaunched.
Guardians 3000, yeah.
Guardians 3000, yeah.
However, you know, I was a bit standoffish to begin with the new team for Guardians of the Galaxy until I actually got over my biasness and started reading it. And I was pretty much sold. So, I think you might have noticed, Marvel think on this wee sort of indie flick last year.
Was it? I don't like Marvel. I do go to see all their movies and just complain about them.
Marvel?
No, actually, I love Marvel. But I love DC
I
more.
Think these guys are with me.
I'm a DC guy first and foremost, but I do love the Marvel films and I do read a lot of Marvel. So I loved the film. I thought it was fantastic. Yeah. So this man here has been in one of my favourite films of all time, which is Green Lantern. He's also... No, I'm serious. I love Green Lantern, and I will.
New Orleans is great.
And yeah, and I will fight nobody about that. But he has been in possibly the best film that came out last year, and then considering Winter Soldier was out, that's pretty impressive. Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy. Do you know my character that I played in Guardians of the Galaxy? I loved Green Lantern, by the way. I love all my films I'm in. So I love all films. They're great. Do you know which character I played by any chance? Or was it? Ah, that's me, the Mean Guard, right? Yeah, it was great playing the Mean Guard because it was so secretive, the film as well, because they wouldn't pass us a script. We had our scene to do, right? So we turned up on the day, and none of the actors really knew what we were doing, what the film was about, and blah blah blah. But he passes this scene, so we did this scene. I thought, all right, great. I nicked Star-Lord's headphones, okay, and he comes back and hits me on the head and takes his headphones back, his Walkman, and I'm thinking, great. So when we went to the premiere, I'm thinking, you know, and then I went, this is quite an important. It's quite important. I suppose, yeah. It was awesome, and you know, the film I've watched it about 10 times. You know, I absolutely love Guardians of the Galaxy. You know, each time I watch it, it just gets better and better and better, and that's a magical film that does that, right?
What I'm actually really interested, to be honest with you, Spencer, is how did you get? There's always the first step on the journey to get into the movies. Where did you take that first step to end up to Guardians of the Galaxy? You know what I mean? Because there's a couple of youngsters over there maybe they'd like to know.
Yeah, I was a little kid and this big beam of light came down and took me to another galaxy. No, what happened when I was a little child, right? I had this dream that I wanted to be in the films. But you know, I do mention this a few times on Q&As. You might have heard it before, but I'm dyslexic. And 10, 15 years ago, 10, 15 years ago, I couldn't read or write. Right? So I had these little voices in my head saying, "You're going to be in the movies. What's my dream? What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I want to be in the films." Blah 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 blah. And so it went on and went on. But how does a dyslexic kid who can't read or write become an actor? You know. So I had all these dreams. I've been through thousands of different jobs, but I always had this pull. No, this isn't for you. You're coming this way. You're coming this way, and I said to myself, well, how am I going to get into the films? And I decided to go into kickboxing, right, and into pro boxing, and that's my doorway. I become the Welsh British European champion in kickboxing.
Can I just say, I really, really, really love Marvel. Really, really, it's my favourite thing ever.
Wise words, mate. Wise words, mate. I know where you live. Yeah. So yeah, no, and when I took the Welsh British title, I went to this little shop in town, which is a photography shop, and Tony Scott Lee at the time owned this shop. Now it's a bar, and his daughter's a very famous singer in a group called Steps, Lisa Scott Lee, and so it's quite magical. So I went there. My mum wanted a picture on the mantelpiece. Very proud son, Welsh champion. So I went there and had these pictures taken. And he gave me a call a couple of days later, and he said, listen, your pictures are ready. And I went, right, great. So and he goes, listen, Spen, these pictures look really good, you know. I've got a friend down in London that knows some people that have a sports agency that deal with actors to go into the films. And then all of a sudden, the big bulb went off in my head and went, oh my God, all these voices in my head, I'm not mad after all. It's starting to happen. So within two days of sending these pictures down to London, the owner of the agency come down to sign me up, basically. And that's how it first started. And like a little I don't know if you've seen it in the paper, it was a great read-up. And when I went to the studios for my first audition, it was in Snatch. And I couldn't read or write, you know, so it was really difficult, and it just freaked me out. And then months went past, and I didn't get any more auditions, and then all of a sudden on the radio, Warner Brothers were looking for a really tall actor to play the werewolf in Azkaban. So I thought, right, I can still do this. You know, this is my job. I know it. So I got three callbacks and got the job, and that's how it all started. You know,
I mean, you've been in really just a list of top quality science fiction, fantasy, and horror. No, not horror. Just science fiction, fantasy things. Harry Potter. You've been in DC. You've been in Marvel. You've been in Game of Thrones as well.
Game of Thrones, yeah. White Walker on the first series.
Right, I'm definitely moving further along there.
Yeah. Have you seen the size of my weapon? Don't make me get it out.
Am I allowed to discuss that? Is that sort of stuff we...
Hey, it's children.
Right, leave that children.
Yeah. So listen, so yeah, that's how it all started, and I've been very blessed, you know, to live all these dreams, you know. And there's so many characters out there. I watch my films like you guys are watching it, right? I watch the character, and I really enjoy the characters that I've portrayed. And yeah, it's awesome. I'm living a dream, and it's still going. You know, the ride still happens. It hasn't stopped yet. So it's great.
An awful lot of the stuff you do is makeup. Is that an awful lot of work for you? Because I know some actors say, oh, I don't like to watch myself on screen, but because you've got the makeup on, does it look like it's you when you're watching it back? Do you go, oh, that's me, or do you think, oh yeah, I'm into the character more than watching your own performance?
Well, sometimes you see when there's an actor in a suit, sometimes it's an actor in a suit, right?
Yeah.
But I really become the character. I call him the spirit of the... It's a weird calling on the spirit of a wolfman. When that enters your body, you just want to go out, run around and bite people's heads off, you know. But I've got to...
There's a joke there, but I'm not going to go there.
Rein it in a little bit. So, yeah, but when I watch... Because the makeup artists to work on me, like the likes of Rick Baker and Dale Velsey and Goran and so many others, they're the best in the world, so they really make the magic happen. And then what I do, I just put the energy in there, and then the movements come through, and then I actually become the character, and that's why it looks... That's probably why I'm so busy, because it looks awesome, right? It looks real. No CGI on a lot of my characters.
I was going to say, but it must take an awful lot of work. I mean, you must be the guy that comes in at 3 o'clock in the morning for a 7 o'clock shoot.
Earlier than that.
You know,
the likes of the Wolfman, when we were filming that in Pinewood Studios, I get the call to come on the makeup chair at 2 a.m. and I'd be getting on set for half 8, 9 o'clock, and there'd be people coming in on set going, oh, I'm so tired. I'm like, you got no idea, man. I've been sat in this chair for 5 or 6 hours, you know.
Any method acting to the Wolfman stuff, like, I don't know, waking up in the zoo or something like that? Or,
well,
no?
Well, on the film, the Harry Potter, the werewolf, they took us to zoos and stuff to like sort of monitor the wolves, how they acted, and all he did is slept. I thought, really? You know, so no, it just naturally comes to me. So and they let me loose with my movements, because they're like that. How does he do it? I said, I don't know. I just become the character, you know. And then we just put the scenes together, and then let the fun begin.
That sounds fantastic. Now, we know what you've done. You've got IMDb is very handy for these sort of things. Are you working on anything you're not allowed to tell us? Now, I'm not asking you to tell us what it is. I'm just asking, are you still working on something? That's it. Fair enough. That's okay. That's all I need to know. So, if anybody's heard spoilers where he's going to be, don't ask.
Going to get an Edinburgh
okay, don't ask. What's this pig?
No.
I've got some new films coming out. I've got a TV programme at the moment called The Royals. It's on an E-channel. So watch all them episodes, so I might be on the last one. So, but watch that. And then I've got Peter Pan out.
Oh, right.
I can't discuss too much of the characters, because I can't. Right?
Got you.
And then, right? And then there's Frankenstein. I've really got to throw away the key on that one.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
But, you know, I'm a big guy. Play a lot of monsters, don't I? So, what? Something you know I don't?
No. I'm joking.
But, no, you know, I can't wait for these films, because, you know, Peter Pan comes across as going to be real special, and Frankenstein as well. but like I play two characters in that film, and it's just great to work with Daniel Radcliffe. Because last time I worked with Daniel, I was giving him kickboxing lessons on the set of Harry Potter. You know, now he's such an established actor now. What a brilliant actor he is. It's just great to work with him. You know,
that's fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, hold the boat just 2 seconds. Something's just came to me right now. They just rebooted Bond, didn't they? They were talking about bad guys in Bond.
Yes.
Jaws. Yeah.
Well,
I don't
you
know.
swim?
Maybe.
Am I that good looking?
I didn't mean that.
It's not dental work involved.
No, I haven't had the call for that. And be straight with you guys, I haven't. But if anybody who's listening, yeah, I'd like to play the bad guy in Bond.
Yeah, that's the question. I mean, do you go out and actively pursue roles, or do you find they just roll in because you're such a well-known actor, be able to do certain physiques, etc.?
Well, monsters, I don't normally have to audition now for monsters, you know,
Yeah.
because they know what I'm capable of. They normally pull you into the audition to see if you're still sane, you know what I mean? But no, but if it involves like a character playing a gangster or something like that, or there's a lot of dialogue involved, I audition for the part, you know?
Cool.
So there's a film called Green Street 3 out there. Kids, you probably haven't seen it. My kids have, because it's an 18. No, Green Street 3, I play the lead in that, and that's Mason. There's loads of dialogue, and I play a head of Millwall, so he's horrible. His name's Mason. He smash your face in. You know, he's one of them.
Really moving further along.
Yeah, it's great. So yeah.
No, that's what I got the idea for Jaws for, because the way they've rebooted Bond, it's quite very, you see them like the Krav Maga sort of stuff, and you can be a very physical actor as well. And actually, if you go on YouTube, you can actually see you rehearsing the fight.
That rehearsal's in Green Street, yeah. But yeah, it's a great rehearsal. We're going at half speed, so we are a lot better than you see. But to work with Scott Adkins, I'm a fan of Scott Adkins, and he's an awesome action actor as well. But he's a brilliant actor as well. I worked on Hercules, Legend of Hercules. Anybody seen that?
Is that the one with the rock?
No, that's the other one.
Yeah.
Well, I was supposed to play in both films, but a bit of politics got involved. You can't fight that Hercules and then fight this Hercules. So I could have fought them both, but in a way I'm sort of glad I didn't fight The Rock, because he's big and he'll probably smash me in, you know.
Yeah,
so you're hard, Spen. You're hard. Yeah. Well, we'll see how hard you are now, Spen. Yeah. But yeah.
But you've also been in, is it Wrath of the Titans or Clash of the Titans?
Wrath of the Titans.
Wrath of the Titans.
Which is Clash of the Titans 2. Have you seen that? You won't recognise me, but I'm the Minotaur. I'm the guy that fights in the underworld. And when Sam Worthington comes down.
Yeah, now I saw that in your CV and I said, right, Minotaur. And then I saw you were in Doctor Who and you were playing the monster from...
Creature.
The creature.
From the God Complex.
The God Complex, which also looks rather...
different.
Yeah. So, do you feel you're typecast?
Not at all, no. I've played a werewolf and a wolf man. I've played an alien Minotaur and I've played a mythological Minotaur.
Yeah.
And every one of them has got a different feel, a different look, and a different movement going on. So no, I'm not typecast.
No, but do you feel the folk are looking and going to, oh, well, he's good. If we need a Minotaur, we know who we need to bring in.
No, I've worked with, like I say, a lot of creature departments, and they know what I can do.
That's good. I mean,
I'll bring it to the table, mate. And I don't mind sitting on that makeup chair for 5 hours while they stick pins in me, as long as they're blunt. You know, but it's not good for me, darling. I'm going to my trailer.
Do you think somebody would combine that with acupuncture to keep everyone happy?
I don't know. You should be in the movies, mate.
No, you really don't want that. That's a really bad idea.
But yeah, the Minotaur, which is, have you seen the God Complex for Doctor Who? I really enjoy playing that character because that character, the creature, the Minotaur. He was 1,000 years old. He had, if you had any sort of faith, I could kill you and leave you there with a smile on your face, right? And Matt Smith, the doctor, sussed me out, and he sort of killed me in the end because I had no more prey, you know. But in the beginning, he took us on a journey. It was very clever what they did, and obviously with all our performances as well, it was great. At the beginning you went, ooh, Minotaur, oh, we just want to kill him, let's get the doctor in to sort him out. But by the end of it, this Minotaur didn't even want to live in the end. Yeah. He was just going on instinct, he just had to kill you. So when Matt Smith sussed me out and I died in his arms, I was looking through the mask, and I seen a tear come down Matt Smith's. So I went, oh, look at that. Oh, you killed me. Yeah.
It is one of my favourite episodes, as to be said. I think it's quality science fiction. It's a good, high-level concept, and yet it's a good theory, and it's scary as well, which is great. I do love it, and I did love the Minotaur in that. I mean, genuinely, I'm not trying to say that because you're
just trying to move your chair closer.
No. I've got to keep out. Oh, jeez.
Yeah, no, I love the Doctor Who's. I don't get to watch all of them, but I definitely watch my own eps, and it is getting a little bit. From when I was a kid, they were pretty scary, Doctor Who's, when I was a kid. I was one of them kids that hid behind the cushion, you know. But it is getting a little bit more darker, and it's getting more creepy, and I think that's the way it should be, right? We should get a little bit scared of the monsters, you know.
That's how I remember it as a child. So I remember, you know, hiding behind sofas and hiding behind my brother, actually, sometimes, because he was a bit more brave. So I think that when it came back, it was a little too light compared to what I remember it, and it has got, as it's gone on, gradually darker and darker, and I have to say, I do love Doctor Who.
Yeah, but when we're kids, everything's a bit more scarier anyway. So you never know, it might be still there like we were kids, but because we're growing up. Because I remember horrors. I loved playing like the Wolfman. I loved playing the horrors. But when I was a kid, I wasn't really. I was a bit of a scaredy cat. I didn't like watching the horrors because Evil Dead 1. I watched Evil Dead 1 when I was like 10. Didn't sleep for a week, and then I watched Nightmare on Elm Street 1. I didn't sleep for a month. You know?
Now, you see, I can relate to that. James, what kind of films do I not watch?
Zombie movies.
Can't stand zombie movies. Honestly, I cannot watch a zombie movie. I can't. Walking Dead, everyone tells me, oh, Walking Dead is fantastic. You really should watch it. No, I need to sleep. I never want to ever be in a situation where I have to wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning and there's some creaking in the noise and wait, that's not, no, just no, not going to do it.
No, you didn't even read zombie comics. You didn't even read Walking Dead.
I do read Walking Dead. Yeah. It's not really about zombies. Walking Dead. That's like a backdrop. It's all about end of the world and how they all handle it. It's like a sort of deal with Walking Dead as the comic book. But when they start moving towards me on the screen, no.
I'm actually doing this is a bit strange. I'm actually doing I've been invited on a cruise next year, which is great. I'm taking me and my kids and my family over, and it's called /Con, and it's on a cruise. On this cruise, it's a zombie theme. It's a 4-day cruise.
Oh my God!
And the whole ship, even the captain is dressed as a zombie. I just hope he can move his arms if there's an iceberg coming, you know what I mean?
Oh, just no.
Yeah, /Con, watch out for that one.
I'm going to have nightmares. I'm not even going on that cruise. I'm going to have nightmares about a cruise. I'll never go on a cruise now after that. That's just a frightening thought. I can just imagine just arriving, imagine you're the dock workers and this ship arrives and, in Barbados or something like that, and this what? No. Just, and it's a stream of just not. Oh no, just no. I'd hand him a notice. I'd go and work somewhere else, on a ski lift or something.
Do you know where the cruise is? Barbados.
Is it? Oh.
There might be something in this.
Oh,
imagine waking up in late halfway through the night and there's a guy there, a zombie just trying to bite your neck, and then the room just fills up full of zombies.
Oh no,
And then you realise it's not a dream.
Oh no.
Oh my God.
No, just don't. Now, saying that, as much as I don't like zombies, I will watch iZombie. I don't know if it's been released in the UK yet, but I've heard about it, James. So I will watch that because that's not proper zombies. But no, that cruise does sound fantastic for anybody who is deranged, frankly. Because there's no way I'd be doing that. I'd be.
Well, it's in like March next year, so if anyone who wants to be a zombie, just give me a shout and I'll give you some details.
It does sound fantastic.
A good one.
Anyway, just any questions actually on the... Oh, here we go.
There's the man right there.
You are so accustomed to doing so much of your work under either makeup or frequently heavy prosthetics from, presumably the flexibility of the werewolf under the fur or the wooden king was very solid, very stiff. Do you find ever it is difficult to project the character through the makeup?
Well, a lot of these, Neil Gordon, who makes the Doctor Who and many, many more creatures from different shows, they make the suit in a way they really care about the actor under the suit, So a lot of the creature suits I've worn, I can move quite freely in them, Like the Wooden King, it was a quite heavy suit. It was quite thick, But it was in a way it was stiff a little bit. But if you weren't a very good actor, you're going to become a very good tree in that program, because it was. I'm all right. I'm not too bad. I can throw it out there. But the costume really related to what I was doing, and that was being really still and being a tree. You know, because the Wooden King, he wasn't running around and jumping around. He was just a little head turn now and again, a little bit of a walk. You know, so that suit really worked well. The Wolfman suit, that was a time consuming on your mind, sitting in the makeup chair 5 hours a day, 6 days a week. I wasn't getting much sleep, 2 or 3 hours sleep a night, so I was always tired, but the character had a lot of energy. So I'd take the knock every time we would cut, and then all of a sudden when we went into character, I was just straight up there, just ready to just kill somebody, you know what I mean? So that was all right. But it was latex, a lot of latex, but the material, it was like material with hair on the legs, and I was on stilts. But I'm quite good on stilts. I can run around on them and stuff like that, and do spinny kicks, and yeah. So there's not really been many suits out there that have messed around with me when I'm trying to perform, if that answers your question. Hobble hobble.
Just a question about that, because you said you don't get a lot of sleep. Have you ever fallen asleep in the chair and woken up fully when...
Yeah.
Does that frighten you? Go, oh God.
Yeah, when you're in a deep sleep, because, you know, when Rick did my makeup a few times, and you know, we had a really nice dentist chair, so when you put it back, he goes, "Spam, man, just chill out, man. I'll poke you if I need to wake you up." And I was really, he knew I was going for the mill, and he let me get on. We were all going for the mill, you know, but he let me sleep. I was asleep for noon. As soon as he, you know, what the feeling was in the morning, sometimes you can't warm up the glue, right? So at 2 o'clock in the morning, in the middle of winter, the glue's really cold. And I used to be a farmer when I was a kid, and a cow licked me on the face once. And when you put the glue on your face, it's that sort of feeling that a cow has just licked you on the face. So, but the cow's slobber's more warm, you know, the glue was really cold. But it's that sort of feeling. Yeah, so once I was asleep for about 4 hours on the chair, and I come out of it, and I had a dream that I was getting made up as the Wolfman. I was dreaming it. And so when I wake up, oh God. Right, it wasn't a nightmare, it's real. There's the Wolfman there, right, okay. Because sometimes I look at that makeup chair and I get scared of that makeup chair, because I was going, I've got to go through it again, I've got to go through it again. You turn into a zombie. Yeah. But it wasn't on a cruise, you know.
James, get me out of this place.
No, there was no sun. But no, you know what, I never regret anything I've done, and I'm still living a dream. And I know a lot of you guys would love to be in my shoes, right? And you know, I've been very lucky, and no, even when you have the hard times, it's like any other job out there. You get good jobs, you get jobs that you love, you get your ups and downs. You know what I mean? You just got to take it on the chin, get on with it.
Cool. We've got somebody with a microphone over there.
Have you got any idea if you're going to be in the second Guardians of the Galaxy?
Well, I was actually speaking to James Gunn on Twitter. If you're not following me, it's really important you follow me, because you've got to get me numbers up, and sometimes with some interesting stories that go on, which is big, Spen, Wilding, right? I was speaking on it, and I asked him, is there any chance of the Mean God coming back? And I can't tell you what he said, I'm afraid.
I wonder.
You got another question for me? Oh, is that it?
Oh, it's like...
Come on, kids.
No.
All right.
Young lady here.
Hi, I was wondering, I've kind of got 2 questions for you. One, what would be your best character to play, like your favourite?
I'm quite a spiritual kid, so whatever gets put on my path, I'm like, yes. And they're all really cool characters. I've been really lucky to play some really cool characters. I'd love to play the Hulk. You know, I'd bring that to the table, you know, and I don't think they'd use too much CGI, because I can actually catch planes in my hands and just break down buildings. But yeah, and yeah, I'd like to play the Hulk, but I'd like to play some really sick, dark horror as well. And I'd like to be a new Freddy, not a new Freddy or a new Jason, but one of them new characters that comes out, you know? And I'd really like to, yeah. You know, kids, you don't want to watch this.
That's a film I will not be watching.
Can we get a radio mic for Doug, actually? He's got to just do the rest
I'm
of
going to be
the
over there.
Aye.
But you had 2 questions. You had 2 questions, yes?
Yes.
Second one?
The second one, have you ever feared your actual character out of makeup?
Have I got scared myself?
No, have you ever feared being in character out of makeup?
Ah, well, that would be scary, that wouldn't it? You know,
I'm just moving.
Yeah, but imagine that though. You know, all of a sudden there's a full moon, and then I wake up the next day with teeth. You know, meat in my teeth. I can't remember a thing. Did you leave the path? You know. But
I've done that with a kebab.
but I've played some hooks. You know what I mean? No, but no. I don't know. It's a great question though. But no, I don't think I'm quite good at leaving the character in my memory box and just forgetting about him. Sometimes I become friends with. I always become friends with the characters I play because we go through some time together. And sometimes I'll have a little close in my eyes and just go and see how he's doing. You know what I mean? You're right.
Just on that, and you're saying you're dyslexic, and I'm pretty sure there'll be a good number of people who are dyslexic in this room, and I'm one of them, and everyone's different on the spectrum. But one of the things about dyslexia is your brain is wired differently. Do you find that's maybe why you're able to compartmentalise your characters and keep them all in the back of the head and bring them out when you need them? Do you think that's... Because I know other people would struggle to do that. Do you think that's maybe the offset for, you know, having your difficulty reading or writing, that you've been able to do these other amazing things with how your brain is handling the characters?
Well, maybe because when I was in school, it's great, you know, if you've got dyslexia, it's a great time to have dyslexia because they know so much about it, you know, and there's a lot of talented people out there with dyslexia, a lot of special kids. Because when I thought, I'm thick, you know, I'm the clown of the class. Because I understand why I used to mess about, because I used to give the teachers a hard time, I really did. But, half my lessons were outside the door, you know, because I used to mess about and pull faces at people. But, yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Maybe, yeah, because I've gone round the houses, because when... I'd be the kid messing around, climbing up the tree or looking for animals in the bushes, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, yeah.
I used to bring so many things home we used to have a fair, well, a circus. I used to live in a little town called Prestatyn, which is in North Wales. I'm Welsh Scots.
Yes.
What's that little place in the middle again? No. No, we're joking, I love everyone.
We're all part of Great Britain.
Yeah. So, but I used to, like I said, I was just one of them cute little kids, man. I was a short little kid with dimples and freckles, lots of them. And there'd be a circus that was on Bastion Field, and it'd be a massive circus. And one day, I went there, and this is a true story. There'd be giant pegs with animals that are grazing, like an elephant and a camel, and I had it in my head that one of the elephants was talking to me and he wanted to be my friend and he wanted to come and see where I lived. And I was only about 5 or 6, so it took me about 2 hours to get this big peg out the floor. And they got me halfway down the road, walking down to my house with an elephant, like, you know what I mean? It was like, come and see where I live!
That's possibly the best story I've ever heard.
And
that's fantastic.
There was a nursing home at the top of the road as well, and I brought a little old lady back. I said, Mum, she wants to live with us. I was about 6. And she goes, oh dear, yes, I'll come and live with you. You know, she lost a bit of her marbles and she just wanted to be my friend again.
Well, at least she didn't arrive with a zombie saying she wants to live with you.
She's getting on a bit.
Yeah. We've got a young man here holding the microphone.
Have you ever wanted to play a zombie in a movie or a TV series?
Yes, and I come very close to it. Is it Dust of Dawn?
Don't look at me. I've never seen any of them.
Dawn of the Dead, maybe?
Dawn of the Dead, yeah. I got casted for that, and I was working on the Harry Potters. And they wanted me to play one of the main zombies, but Warner Brothers at the time couldn't release me for them dates. But it is going to be happening, and it might happen on a cruise very soon.
Yeah, but you played a White Walker, yeah?
White Walker on White Walker 2.
Pretty close.
Yeah.
Pretty close to being a zombie, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
Isn't it?
No.
Someone's going to tell me I'm wrong now.
They're very alive.
The
White Walkers are very alive, very sharp. They're a unique race.
I've not been paying attention. I've been hiding behind the cushions for those episodes.
Zombies are living dead, right?
I don't know. I don't watch the films.
Not like your
You might
podcast.
now.
We've got another man here with a... Oh, no, excuse me. What costume are you wearing? Because that's pretty awesome. Sorry?
Matt Smith.
You're like a very young version of Matt Smith as well.
Cool. You got a question for us?
What's your favourite Doctor?
You know what? I used to love Mr. Baker many years ago, but my favourite one, I'm not just saying this because I've worked with him, But Matt Smith, love him to bits, and he's a beautiful soul and character, and he's absolutely magical with children, right? My children come over to set, and he knew my kids' names, and I didn't even tell him because he was magic. He got a screwdriver out, he spoke to a screwdriver, and he knew the names of my children. I couldn't believe it. It was amazing. I love him.
Yeah, everyone's got a favourite doctor. So, but the thing is, nobody's wrong. So nobody, if you somebody comes up to you and says, you know, my favourite is John Pertwee, you go, well, that's fine because it's right. Everybody's doctor is the right doctor. Everyone's favourite doctor. So don't ever get into these people that rank them. I mean, yeah, you can do that, but at the same time, they're all good. James, who's your favourite doctor?
Oh, Dr. Pepper.
That's
Dear.
nice.
You could have gone with Doctor Strange, Doctor Doom,
You got one
Doctor
of them.
Fate. No,
What's
Doctor
the
Pepper.
question? Over there? Where?
We've got a hand up here. Oh, sorry, we've got. Go back to you very quickly, and then we're going to come to you. Who is wearing a Doctor Who costume? I'm guessing.
Time Lord over
it's
there.
a bit difficult from the light. So you
Over
first,
there,
then
time.
we're going to teleport or transport or something with that microphone over there. Go ahead.
Who's your favourite Guardian of the Galaxy, like, out of the main 5?
Well, I loved all of them, but Rocket and Groot, man, they were rocking it, right? But you know, said that how we all fell in love with that little CGI character, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't know he was CGI. I thought he was real. But you just spoiled it for me, right? Thanks, mate. But no, yeah, Groot and Rocket. Ain't nobody but me, like me. Yeah, that guy. He was brilliant, absolutely awesome. What was your favourite character? Yeah?
Yeah.
What was your favourite film? It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I can't wait for it. It's such a shame we've got to wait till 2017 to see the number 2.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
James, who's your favourite Guardian of the Galaxy?
Vance Astro.
I was going to say, yeah, Vance Astro. We're old school up here. We know what we're talking about. Anybody? Right, hands up. Who knows who Vance
I'm just
Astro is?
old.
Yeah, there's like 6 folk.
How cool was Karen Gillian though? Karen Gillian.
Awesome.
Wow.
Yes.
Could she bring it, right?
Yeah.
It's just like what you were like, what? You were Doctor Who's assistant?
Actually, 2 seconds. Who out of here went out and bought one of those Walkman? You know, the Sony Walkman?
You mean when they first came out?
I remember when they first came out.
I've got one of. Well, I used to. I should have brought it here to sell at the stall. But no, I did have one. I remember having them. They were huge. They were massive things.
The value went like that from that. Boom, boom. Yeah. As soon as the Guardians went, boom. It's not worth £10 no more. It's worth £1,000. Boom.
Yeah. And I've still got tapes at home. I've got nothing to can play on them. Nothing. But I've still got tapes.
And go about Humperdinck.
No, not that bad. So anyway, we have our Doctor Who. It's Doctor Who, right? Yeah. Okay. On you go.
Just going back to Game of Thrones a bit, actually. When you played a White Walker, what was that like? Because it kind of looked a bit CG when on TV. And also,
I'm good, aren't I?
It's pretty good. And also, do you think you'll be going back to Game of Thrones?
I was working on a film in Chicago called Jupiter Ascending. I don't know if any of you have seen that.
Yeah, somebody's seen it.
Did you like it?
It's fun!
Well, did you know, you recognise my character in it, right? No, you didn't. I can't believe it. You know, I play Falk, right? Another big weapon on me. It was huge. It was called a Shredder. I shot Emilia Kulis in the cornfield. Yeah? I shot Sean Bean in the alleyway. Not Sean Bean, sorry.
This will be
Channing
available
Tatum.
on DVD
Sorry.
and Blu-ray if you've
Sean
missed it
Bean
in
in
the
the
cinema.
cornfield. But I couldn't take on a role they asked me to come up for. Now, I think I was going to audition for The Mountain or something like that. You know, is it The Mountain or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I haven't really watched too many Game of Thrones either, because one of the reasons I'm just so busy, I know I'll get into them that much because they're awesome, you know. And I just don't want to lock myself in the house for a year or something and watch them all.
I actually did that last year. We had seen the first season of Game of Thrones, and then we hadn't got around to watching seasons 2, 3, and 4. Sorry, no, 2 and 3, and 4 was last year, wasn't it? So we actually watched everything up and did it on one go. And we watched to the end of the season, and I turned to somebody and said, yeah, because that was a callback to like last week, and he went, What do you mean last week? That was like 2 years ago. Oh yeah, we watched it last week for the first time. So for me, it was it's a fantastic experience to watch it all in one go. But I am now jonesing because there's it's been a year since I've seen Game of Thrones. This is not right. This is wrong.
Yeah. When I'll go back to your question now. You know, the first, I think it was the first series when the Ice Warriors are running around the forest and we're chopping heads off and things like that and throwing the head. Yeah, me and Ian White did that. Boom, we both did that scene. There was a scene. It was quite funny actually, because there was four White Walkers. There was 2 actors, myself and Ian, and there was 2 extras, right, for the more wider shots. And we had these swords made out of ice, right, and they were all running forward like that. And I went, no, I'm different, so I turned it behind, make it look more cooler, you know. So I'm running it like that. And we're running through the forest, and this is a real forest, but they've prepped it with like white paper, so it looks like snow, right? And I'm running, and I see a little ditch, and I'm watching the way the camera's tracking us. So I'm thinking, right, I'll get some really cool shapes and hold the sword out and just show off a little bit, right? So I'm running, and I jump over this ditch, and I land, and then I don't land quite properly. And I fall back into the ditch, and it's like 3 foot of water, right? And I come out with like a frog on my head and stuff. And but I went. It was freezing cold as well. And I come out, and I thought, did anybody see that? And I come out like, and I could just see people looking at me, and I'm like, didn't look too cool there, as a friend. So yeah, the little things like that. It may look CGI, but we're moving quick as boys, and the makeups and the costumes look that awesome. And this plastic sword that looks ice, because it's not going to be ice, it'll melt, right? So you might now, and then all of a sudden it turns to a lollipop stick or something, you know. But yeah, they're not CGI.
Right.
Our episode wasn't anyway.
I can see somebody's got a microphone. I think it's somebody. Yeah. Oh, somebody does. Right. Okay. On you go. Let's hear it.
What's your favourite DC character? Or what would you like to play as for a DC character?
You seen Batman? Yeah, have you seen Batman Begins?
Yeah.
Well, you might not recognise me, but I'm Legion of the Shadow Warrior 1 in Batman Begins. I'm the guy that burns down Batman's house. There's me, Liam Neeson, a really good friend of mine called Dave Legino, who's passed away now. He was half wolf on the Harry Potter. And another actor, Khan. We're coming out the house, and Khan throws this Uzi at me, Uzi, and I catch it. Do you remember that scene? When the house is burning down, the Bruce Wayne's manor. Yeah. It's burning down. That was me. But it's like 10 years ago, so I look a little bit more sharper.
Yeah. Would you want? I mean, I'm a big DC fan. You may have figured out.
Yeah, Kilowog.
Kilowog. Yeah. Is it? You play Kilowog?
I played Kilowog, yeah, but I was helping out the stunt world, so I didn't get the credit for it. But I played the whole of the character, and I did the dialogue reference for the actor.
Yeah.
At the Green Mile.
I can't remember.
He passed away.
Yes.
I'm
gonna get James. Take the geek card. I can't remember.
Mr. Duncan. So, and he'll probably watch me in a little booth in a studio somewhere in Hollywood and watch the way I did my movements, watch the way I did my dialogue, and then he added his dialogue to it, and the way the character was, the way I might have moved and said something, he might have, helped with that. But it's his voice that you hear with the character. But everything else is me. But I'm on stilts.
I was going to say...
I'm on stilts in the motion cam suit.
You've done Kilowog, but is there anybody else in the DC universe, maybe without makeup, that you'd want to have a crack at?
Who could you see him being the big DC man?
Oh,
great.
Who could you see him?
Oh, I don't know. It's. I'm trying to think.
Rocket Red, maybe. Put on the
Rocket Red.
accent.
Possibly. I mean, I'm trying to think. It's gonna pop into my head in a few minutes. It's Nucleon, the giant Al Pratt. Who? Nucleon, Al Pratt, Justice Society.
Oh, right.
You remember the guy that anybody else know who I'm talking about? Anybody? Bueller? Anybody?
Yeah. Which character would you like me to portray in a DC? Oh, yes, please. You don't know the other side of me, do you? No.
That film's demographics are going to be quite impressive.
Do you remember the old Wonder Woman? It's brilliant,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Actually, I've just clicked. John. Martian Manhunter.
Manhunter?
No, okay, that would be under the makeup, but yeah, just you'd have, yeah, I can see
Fantastic.
that. That would be the whole, yeah.
So you need to all Twitter that.
Yeah, that's it.
Get spent into this. It all helps.
You are allowed to break out your
You
phones
are my
right now.
agent today, all of you. So you know.
Yeah, I can
Thanks
see
very much
that.
for the work.
That'd be good because you give it the spirituality you're saying by bringing it into character, and that really is John. Does everyone know what we're talking about? The Martian Manhunter, right? Yeah. Yeah. Some of you seen Smallville, some of you've read the comics, some of you seen Justice League cartoon. Yeah, right. Yeah, I'm not seeing any faces, but yeah, I hope so. Right. Do we have any more questions?
Who's your favourite actor you've worked with?
I've worked with some pretty awesome actors. One of my icons was Robert De Niro, and when I was just breaking out into the films, I wanted to work with Al Pacino and Robert De Niro. I'd love to play, the film Heat.
Oh, I love that film.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
I would have loved to have played, in that or something like that. But I got to work on it. There's a film called Stardust. Seen Stardust?
Yes.
Well, watch it again. I might pop out on you. I'm one of the pirates on the ship, right? So it was pretty awesome to work with Bob, Mr. De Niro, and it was really funny because on the first day when we got to set, it's at Shepperton Studios, and there was myself, gorgeous George out of Snatch, Dexter Fletcher, and another and Chopper out of Mean Machine. And there's the 5 sort of main pirates, right? Dexter Fletcher was obviously the main one. But we got called into the little room, we didn't know what was going on, and then Mr. De Niro come into the room from a side exit, and he told us all the story, and we all had to say a line to him out of the film, and he just wanted to be comfortable with us, But it was really strange, and it's the first time I ever known Mr. De Niro to answer to Bob, And he goes, I answered to Bob, and I went, oh, can't I call him Mr. De Niro? But my son's name's Bob. It's an awesome name. Bobby Joe, my little boy's name. But it was great to, and I was a bit starstruck round Mr. De Niro, Bob, because he walked past me for about 2 weeks, and I just smiled at him like Big Cheshire Cat, and he was going, arr, being a pirate, so he just wanted a reaction out of me. And I was like, But then there was a scene where, because it was a wet set, right? Because we're in the clouds catching lightning and coming down and then selling it, right? And so we're in the ship, and they switched the music off, and I'm sitting on a barrel, and Bob is sitting side to side, and so we're there, and I'm saying to myself, I'd like to speak to him now because I'm more of an established actor. I could have a better conversation with him. And I was thinking to myself, go on, say something. So I was going, so where are you from, Bob? And I'm like, oh, God, why did I say that? He goes, New York. He goes, where are you from? I said, I'm from Wales. He goes, I got a friend called John in Wales. Do you know him? I said, no, it's quite a big place. Like, all right, I'll catch you later then. And I went, oh, God, I killed that one, didn't I?
Trust me, I've had worse meeting. I miss. Remember Babylon 5 here? Babylon 5 fans here? Anyone here? Remember, you've got the Babylon 5 station downstairs. If you've seen it, the model, it's fantastic. I met Joe Straczynski, creator of Babylon 5, convention 20 odd years ago. And I was there with a bunch of friends, and we had taken one of my friends was there, had a jacket, and we'd been arguing about this jacket the entire trip down from, they came from Glasgow, I came from Edinburgh, we'd met in Carlisle, taken the train down to Birmingham, and this jacket smelled. Didn't smell normally, smelled of fish. And we were convinced it was a leather jacket, smelled funny. My opening words to Joe Straczynski, without quite realising who he was, I mean, he's the guy who wrote wrote the Thor movie, or part of that. He's created Babylon 5. He's a big guy. He's genuinely 6'3" something, big lad. My opening words to him said, hello, terribly sorry about this. I know we've sent a couple of emails online, but we really need to settle this argument. Does my friend's jacket smell of fish? His exact words were, A, I'm not going to smell that, and B, that's the worst opening line I have ever had. I mean, yeah, what's your name? Gotta go. So, yeah, until you've done that, you've done nothing.
That's not. You would have seen the night when I asked my missus out.
That's a bit below the belt.
No, but it worked out. For some reason she took pity on me. And your acting
What show is this?
Your acting career seems to be working alright, so I suppose, celebrate all the wee
James,
things
you're really showing out how our show basically diverges and digresses and goes off for tangents for hours on end. But yeah, so just to bring it back quickly to the room, yeah, trust me, your Robert De Niro thing's not that bad. Trust me, until you've asked to put somebody about, not even your jacket, somebody else's jacket, if it smells of fish, you've done nothing. So, do we have any more questions? We've got a man here at the front. Does he have a microphone?
It's actually 2 questions.
Nice.
They're both about Guardians of the Galaxy. And first one, what was it like to work with James Gunn and Chris Pratt?
James Gunn's awesome. He's such an exciting director, and he's so excited. He's so passionate about his stuff as well, and he really helps us actors. He really gets into us, and he brings out the best out of us. And what was the second question? Sorry.
That was the first one. James Gunn and Chris Pratt.
Oh, Chris Pratt, yeah, and again, Chris Pratt is, he's brilliant, and that film's really brought him out, hasn't it? It was awesome to work with James Gunn, and Chris Pratt's a cool actor, and it was nice to work with him, and such a cool little scene. Thank you very much, Mr. Gunn.
And the second question is, what was going through your mind when the film came out? Because even though it had like a big fan base, I don't think anyone expected it to be such a massive mainstream success, because Marvel took quite a big risk with it. So what was going through your mind when it seemed that everyone seemed to know who Guardians of the Galaxy were now?
Well, the first thing that went through my mind was that big silver ball thing when he whacked over my head. Did you see that? But no, yeah, I had no idea how. I've worked on many films now, and some of them you sort of have a little feeling, thinking this could be feels like a really good film. This, but because I didn't know what was going to be going on in the film, I had no idea. None of us had a script, so we normally it's a bit strange for the actor not to get a script to see what's going on. So I'm thinking straight away. I thought they're being really, really secretive in this film. So all right, that's a good sign. Again, it's a Marvel, a brilliant sign. But when we were watching it, it was just from the start, the tears were coming out, and it was just they were very, very clever what they did. They touched everybody. There's a bit for everybody in that film. Am I right or not? It's not just for a selection of a few for Marvel fans. It's for everybody.
I actually disagree with your point. This is something we do in the podcast a lot. I disagree with a lot of people. I don't think Marvel took that big a risk. I think for Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah, it wasn't a known quantity, but I think if you put a Marvel logo on top of something which has got James Gunn, and there's a cult audience ready for anything James Gunn's going to do, and you've got that trailer, sense that sense of humour, I don't think it was that big a risk. I think Marvel really knew what they were doing to expand their universe, and it was a success. It was a fantastic success, but I don't think it was as big a risk as many people are making out to be. Because I actually think the bigger risk movie-wise that's coming out is actually the Batman Superman, because that might not be a big hit.
Have you seen him on a profile shot? Doesn't he look like Sean off Storage Hunters?
Don't
Did you see that?
Don't tell everyone.
God,
you just wait till they're in the room together. It'll be. We'll have to polish.
Has anybody seen the Blu-ray special features in Guardians of the Galaxy? So you've seen the deleted scenes, right? Listen, if you like The Mean Guard, I'm not trying to plug you to go out and buy DVD, right? But
it is available from all good shops, though.
You need to watch this because it's only about 20 seconds long, but it was on the last day of filming on Guardians of the Galaxy for myself, my character, and it was like I'd been in makeup most of the day. I hadn't been on set. They were behind with stuff. And they called me up for the last, there was nothing on the call sheets. They called me up for the last half an hour before they went into overtime, so they had to get it done. And they called me onto set, and Mr. Gunn said, "Hey, Spain, we want you to we want you to dance through the prison." I said, "What do you mean? What, dance through the prison?" Yeah, man, it's the first time you've heard the music. I want you to get down, rock your head, and be a mean guard. Go and be cruel to her over there. I said, yeah, no problem. I said, but I'm in character now, and he doesn't bob his head. He gets down. This mean guy, he's gonna get down. So I'm dancing through the prison, and it's, when there's a couple of seconds silence after they cut off that scene, you're like, and then the whole place just laughed their heads off. And I went, right, well, that's good, because we all know what goes on in the films, and to make a set laugh is pretty good, you know? So I knew my character was doing a good job. But then he goes, right, Spen, that was too good. Can you dance like an alien? And I said, yeah, man, you've employed an alien, you've got one, you know? So I took the beat out, about 10 beats out. So it was the first time I was listening to the music. I was enjoying the song too much. I probably did dance to a little bit like myself. That's why they laughed. But you've got to go get the Blu-ray Special Ray and we'll watch it. And there's about 4 deleted scenes or 5 deleted scenes through the film, and it's called Dancing God. It's brilliant. You got to watch it.
I will look at it.
And please let me know what you think on Twitter, even if you think it's rubbish. Just let me know.
Now, James, I think we've got 5 minutes before we're off at 1, aren't we? So we've got time for one more question. Do we have maybe 2 if we have to? It's a quick question. Go ahead.
What is your favourite Doctor Who monster?
Wow, that was a good question.
Not including ones you've played.
Oh.
Make it more difficult.
Right, oh, right, okay, right. You know the little silver dog from many, many films ago? Well, he wasn't a monster, was he? He was
K9.
a K9. Yeah.
He's not a monster.
He wasn't a monster, but these are my favourite monsters, right? Well, he's not a monster, I know that, but I love the Daleks. I did love the Daleks.
Daleks are monsters?
Well, you know, they're all part of the package, right?
Yeah, yeah. And,
you know,
and ones you have played?
And out of the 3, the Minotaurs, it gave me great feelings. I felt quite sad in there as well for him. The Wooden King was a bit stiff. He looked great, but it was a bit boring for me because I had to just stay still. And I was kept on falling asleep in the suit like that. You know, and they've been doing like a 5-minute dialogue scene and I start twitching in the suit. It's not good. Go again. But the most memorable one for me would probably be Skaldek out of the submarine.
Yep.
Skaldek. That guy, yeah? He was mean, he was tough, he just wanted, the confidence he gave me was unbelievable, you know, and he's the most honourable warrior from planet Mars, and he was just... What are you saying? Come here a little bit closer, we'll give her a mic, please.
Tobias Menzies, and she's a really fan of Outlander, and I introduced him because of Tobias Menzies was there.
I got you on that one. Yeah. But yeah, brilliant. Yeah, I loved it. Did you enjoy the Skaldek? That'll do.
Everyone knows what we're talking about, right? This S word, yeah. Just checking.
Yeah. So,
if my mum was in the room, she would have gone having a clue.
Oh,
that's all right.
But did you all see the ep? The Cold War.
Hands up if you saw the episode Cold War. Come on.
Don't just put your hands up or you'll turn into a mushroom.
Yeah, that's all right.
Right.
Cool.
Oh, there's a lot of hands down there. There is no. But yeah. So you know the story, right? They're supposed to have found this mammoth in a block of ice, right? But it wasn't. It was me. And then one of the soldiers on the submarine melted it because he wanted to see what was underneath this block of ice. Then obviously I come out, right? But because I'm very honourable, very respectable. I love having a war. Skaldek loved having a war for the right reasons, right? So, and I'm in a battle with my daughter. Right, and then all of a sudden I'm in a battle with my daughter. We were doing really well, and then bang, I'm in a block of ice. Right, and I'm thinking, what the hell's going on here? And then I come around in a submarine full of nuclear weapons, and I think, where's the honour in this? Where's what's this? So I didn't want to listen to nobody. I just wanted to hit that big red button, and I hit it loads of times, but it didn't work. I was like, but yeah, he was cool. Yeah, it was cool, and he just smashing everybody out of the way. It was a bit sneaky where the cattle prodded me though. That was a bit sore, wasn't it?
Yes.
Landed in the water, started drowning.
Well, okay. Well, I think finished the questions. I think we've got to wrap up. James, do you want to take the honours?
I think that's. Thank you very much for joining us, Spencer. We really appreciate it.
Before I go, can I make you all famous? Would you mind if I had a little selfie with you all? Would that be all right? But you've got to be crazy in it, right? So I'm going to take the guys to take a picture here, and I'll come in the front here, and we've all got to stand up and get our thumbs up, right? Would you do that for me?
Sounds fun. Wait, hang on. You've got like the angles because you're high. Yeah, you're going to have to go down there. There's just no way. I'm not that tall.